My name's Dan, this is Cora, and we're here to talk to you about family board games. And which family board game are we talking about today?
The City of the Sacred Birds, Quetzal.
Quetzal. And do you know what Quetzal is?
No.
It's a bird. I've just looked it up on the... I didn't know that before. I've just Googled it. It's a bird, which is really odd because this game's called Quetzal, the City of the Sacred Birds, and there's a load of...
There's no birds in the game.
There's absolutely no birds in the game. Zero birds in the game. So this game is all about going...
Except maybe the technical point symbol is like an eagle, but that's it.
This game is all about going into the jungle and raiding ancient burial sites for treasure, which is a bit of a dodgy theme, but nevertheless, let's see how it plays. Okay, so this is a rough overview of how to play this game. Notice I didn't say the name of it because I've forgotten it already.
I think it's the City of the Paradise Birds.
That's the subtitle. They'll know because we've just said it in the previous bit that we have yet to record. We're nothing if not professional. So anyway, so basically this is a worker placement game. These are all spots you can place your worker. Everyone gets to place quite a few workers actually.
So you've got all these ones there.
All these workers. So everyone places all the workers, and then we take it in order to take them off. And when you take them off, that's when you get the thing. So basically, everyone places the workers, and then we go through in a specific order. So this spot first, then this one, number 2, then 3A, 3B, 3C, 4, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So this worker placement game is a little bit different in that you roll the dice.
Yeah,
well, you don't roll the dice.
What dice, Dan? You roll the meeples.
You roll the meeple.
Bit odd.
Yeah. So any that land kind of face up on their white side, they will be able to be placed in white spots, as you can see there.
Yeah.
Any that end up face up on their black side, you can put those in black spots. These are over. Well, that's the main black spot over there, really.
Yeah.
But these half and half ones,
like there as well, and they can be any colour.
Yeah.
So you can do either one.
If they land on their sides, they're wild, so you can put them wherever you want.
Yep.
And this guy, or girl, if you're playing one of the female characters, that one is always wild.
Yeah. And then if they land on their feet, like mine did, then you get a coin, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a coin.
Yeah.
So, these are what all the spots are going to do, okay? So, over here, the way you win the game, that's probably important to say, is by getting points.
It's by getting the most points at the end.
And so how do you get points, generally?
Well, you're sort of selling these artefacts that you see all around.
So you're selling these artefacts or shipping them off to a museum.
Yeah, well, you buy them and then you kind of sell them.
Yeah. So these barrels, for example, you're making sets of them. So if you have you're trading a set of 1 barrel, then it's 1 point, 2 barrels, 2 points, 3 barrels, 4 points.
And you can tell the sets by this little thing in the corner there. So these 3 barrels, that one, those don't match up, but these 2 do. So they're all...
Yeah. So and these ones, for example, if you have 2 of these, you get 5 points, but there's fewer of these cards in the actual thing. So you're getting sets of barrels, headdresses, tablets, and clubs. I think that's the main ones.
Skeletons is the super rare, ultra rare, valuable one.
There is a super rare, ultra valuable one. So basically, all the spots. I'm not going to go into them in great detail. This one, you get to move up this track up here. You place it down there. You get the first player marker. You move up the track up there, and that gets you...
The track gets you various rewards and stuff.
Yeah, points and money and items and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's there. Over here, you're placing these down here, and that allows you to pick some of these up, but also sometimes pick... a
wild one you can't see.
Yeah, ones off the top of the deck and things like that.
And the further up you are on this scale here is your priority basically.
Yeah, so when it's the turn to for that to go. So in this case, I would go first, get the first pick, then Cora would get another pick. So that's there. These areas here, these are kind of bidding areas.
Yeah.
So you place some 2 white ones down, and Cora would have to place.
I'd have to place 3 down to beat him. And then that would put those back, and then you'd sort of, when the end of the turn comes, it's whoever has
has the most, whoever has got the most in there, and they get you extra things as well. But we won't go into all that. But that gets you points. That gets you up on that track, and that gets you a bit more gold. Should mention here, sorry, you have to pay to go in these spots. So that would cost me 5 gold there, 4 gold, 3 gold, 2 gold, and 1 gold. So those spots and those spots, they're how you collect the cards in. Over here, this is how you...
That's how you trade them back in.
Them back in for various stuff. So if you go here to the black market, you can trade one of the cards you collected for 7 money. If you go over here, you can trade up to 6 of your cards you've collected in for points. Yeah. We go up there. Similarly there. That one you can trade up to 3 of them, and it costs you a coin. But
you're allowed to put as many in. So if you had like 9, you could put 3 of them in, or you could put like an infinity.
Yeah, you could do that over and over again. Whereas here you have to again bid to get who goes.
That's what the plus sign means. The bidding bit.
The bidding bit. And over here, that's get a gold and get a coin. And last of all, over here is where you get special items, and they do give you points as well, but you put them there, and that gives you extra powers throughout the game. Yeah. I'm not going to obviously go into all those. So that's roughly it. So it's a pretty basic worker placement set collection game. Yep. The twist is that you roll these meeple, and they go out on the board.
Yes.
Yeah. So Cora, what do you think of Quetzal?
I really liked it. I think all the artwork is really nice.
Yeah. The board is gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, and when you're playing 2-player, there's like these tokens to cover up some bits that are only for like 3-player, and they blend like perfectly into the artwork. So then at the end, you sort of have to go like that to make sure there's nothing else still on the board. Yeah. And this is a worker placement game. And often they don't play very well with 2. Yeah. Because there's not enough competition to get. But then they have like an AI sort of system. You pull out a card and it tells you where it's going to go.
Yeah. And that works really well. Actually, this works really well with 2. How do you feel about rolling the meeple?
I think I really like it because it's like different, and it's more fun than rolling the dice because it can come up on its side. I never actually like sort of twig that meeples can come up on their side. Because you don't think of it, do you?
No, you think of them almost as 2-dimensional, don't you? Yeah. 2-dimensional. Yeah, I mean, you haven't played a great deal of worker placement games.
Not really.
So you're not quite as aware of how unusual that is. But that is basically the most unusual. The rest of it is a pretty standard game of set collection and worker placement. This is the kind of the rolling of the meeple. That's the kind of twist. And I think it works really well. It does introduce a bit of randomness there, but there's stuff to mitigate that. My main gripe with it is probably the theme. I think it's going to have to. It's a bit, yeah. It's going to have to be up to yourself whether you find that an acceptable theme or not. I'm pretty much rationalise it as thinking of kind of Indiana Jones, that kind of pulp thing, and take it away from the historical kind of. British Museum coming in and stealing everyone's artifacts and things, but that's just my perspective. So that's going to have to be a personal decision for each person who plays it. If you're fine with that theme, that's absolutely fine. I don't want to get into an argument about whether that theme is appropriate or not, but it's going to be your personal choice whether you're accepting of that theme. Yes. So, anything else about the game that you like?
I kind of like that bit where you have to sort of. It's that thing where. I'll just do that. It's the bit where like you have to. How do I describe it? It's a bit where you have to like say I'm gonna go first, but you have to cost 5 coins for it. I don't know how to describe that one.
Yeah, the bit where you have to.
You have to pay to get first priority. Yeah,
you're balancing with the cost of it.
Yeah.
With how much you need to want it.
Yeah, I'm like it's the bit where like.
We're not very good reviewers. That's the long and short of it, isn't that right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're better than me, but still, you're still not very good. Shut your face. That's a disgrace. The comments are always saying how wonderful I am, but you'll find, Cora. Anyway, so yeah, you like that kind of interesting decision about is it worth the money to go? Is it worth the money
to get first? I mean, if there's a skeleton, probably. Yeah. Because, like, some of the really valuable ones, you can get a lot of money just for, like, one of them. Yeah. No, that is interesting. There are a lot of interesting decisions to be made in here. This is probably more
one of the more complex games we've played together.
Yeah.
This is the introduction of more complex games to Cora.
When I first looked at it, I think it's because the artwork was amazing, but I think it sort of makes you feel like it's a lot more complicated because it's so intricate. It makes it look like it's a lot more complicated than it actually is. But once you sort of learn the rough rules, then it's not that complicated.
And that's, to be honest, I find that's the same with most games. A lot of games you think, oh, look at all these tracks and bit spaces, and I'm never going to learn this, and then you realise actually, and symbols as well, because there's a lot of symbols in this game.
Yeah.
But once you get going, after the first half of the first game, you're all right. And this is a game that you consistently beat me at as well, which is a disgrace.
I might have lost once, but did I win twice?
Can't remember now. So anyway, so that is Quetzal. Quetzal, yeah, Quetzal, the city of the paradise sacred birds or something like that.
City of the Sacred Birds.
I still don't understand that title. Now, Cora, let's go over to the scoreboard and see what you thought of it.
Since I can't put the thing on the board, I have tried. A mysterious hand is going to put it on, and I'm going to put it in between these two. There comes the mysterious hand. And there goes the mysterious hand. So that is our leaderboard at the moment.
So that's Quetzal. Lovely. Cora just reminded me I didn't mention her arm. Cora has a broken arm. Because she can't stand up walking down pavements. That's basically it. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Unable to... Most children learn how to stand up from the age of, what? 1, 2? Cora's not quite mastered that yet. But still, she'll get it one day. And not fall over. Okay, so that was Quetzal anyway. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.